Okay. Yeah, we're doing this now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Novice DMing for our session for the Curse of Strahd. I am Liam McKinnon, your very humble, very neighborhood dungeon daddy, and I'm very happy to be here with everybody. We got Kylah, we got Noah, we got Padon's chair, we got David, and we're so excited to be here. Um, okay, this is gonna be interesting. First of all, I guess I'm
Sorry, was that out loud? I'll mute myself.
I'm so scared. I can't hide it. Um this is gonna be a fun session. Before we really begin, I just want to let you guys know I am currently underway with the preparations for the Citizens of Barovia campaign that I'm going to be running in Edmonton. Currently still in the development, but we've been hitting the ground running on that, and it's looking really cool. Looking forward to kind of playtesting a couple things, finding some stuff out about it. Already, I'm kind of finding monsters that I want to showcase and making as somebody said to me when I promoted it, they said it sounds like the most terrifying campaign to play because they couldn't imagine anyone's life more depressing than the citizens of Barovia, because those motherfuckers are just sad all the time.
Morose.
uh
That's the word.
Morris?
Morose.
Morose. No one is more morose than the citizens of Barovia, so I'm very excited to keep that going. Yeah. Other than that, nothing really big to report. Just gonna kind of go into this right into questions. So I'm gonna get one of my books here ready. I guess we should start off. Does anybody have any questions about their characters? Anybody?
I might have a couple.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What are my stats currently? Like,
Good question, Mr. Maggot. I was looking at a couple of books for this because there are two different things we can go. I think kind of went with the maggot that is based on the maggot swarm. There is also the rot grub that was established in Volos, which is another one. So I wanted to confirm with you if you wanted to go with the direct maggot structure, or if you wanted to maybe check out the rot grub.
rot grub.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, actually, I will quickly grab that book because I was gonna grab that book and it didn't.
Well, I didn't know there was an option for a rot grub.
Yeah, I mean, so she did turn you into a maggot, but it's basically like just figuring out the actual like mechanics, like the actual stats of it. They're very similar, but yeah, so like rock grubs are finger-sized maggots that eat living and dead flesh. So they're basically just the same thing. Um, their stats are actually near. I think they are exactly identical, with a couple of exceptions here. For example, rot grubs don't have a +1 to their dexterity, and their wisdom is -4 as opposed to -2. Yeah. But yeah, personally, I was thinking going with maggot because that was the one that we had kind of talked about the most.
That is what you said.
Yeah, so I'm thinking what we're gonna do here is we will give you the maggot stats. So a single maggot, you have a strength of 3,
Sick.
you have a dex of 12,
Nice.
you have a constitution of 10, you have an intelligence of 1, you have a wisdom of 7, and you have a charisma of 1. Your armor class is 11. and you have like 1 hit point.
I have 1 HP. Okay.
1
Wish.
HP. I like Padon's reaction to you have an 11 armor class.
That's a decent armor class.
Also, I believe I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Only because you are raging. You
That's
do-
also just what the swarm of maggots
No,
says.
that's because it's a swarm. Okay, so now let me give you an education. So swarms have resistance to those damage types. The reason they have resistance to those damage types is
I'm
me.
also immune to charm, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, prone, restrained, and stunned. So, and I have a proficiency bonus of +2.
Okay,
I
now
can't
you're just
imagine a
using
scenario
swarm
where I would ever
mechanics.
want to do any of those things to a maggot.
You listen to
Exactly.
me.
Exactly.
Listen to me. You
Exactly.
okay? Listen to
Peyton
me.
is
You
proving my point.
You have those. You have those because it's a swarm.
How are you going to grapple a maggot?
It's not about it. I'm sorry.
No, tell me how you do
This
that.
is turning
And
into
then
a
I-
Monty Python
Grapple with
sketch.
your
This is
And then
great.
I
That's
You
what
go
slink
like
away.
this.
And then I
I'm going to
slink
show
away.
you. I'm going to show you an animated picture. It's going to look
No.
weird, but here's This is an animated picture.
How do you frighten a maggot?
Boo.
Tell me how you do that. It
I
doesn't.
don't know if
It
you
doesn't
can see this.
register fear.
Animated picture of a man grabbing a goblin. That's how you grapple. Grapple is grabbing.
The
If you grapple
state
your
of. Have you ever tried to grab a worm? It's fucking
Yes.
hard.
But I still do it.
But it's hard because it's slinking through your hands and your fingers.
That's why you have an 11 armor class. I still have to beat that 11 armor class and maybe a deck save. That
Yeah,
doesn't
but
mean.
I can't be grappled.
Yes, you can.
No.
That's what.
The number. No, the number of.
No, aren't you listening?
It's
The number.
You're not a
DM.
swarm. You're not a swarm.
You're
Yeah,
not
but
listening.
but that condition has nothing to do with the number of
Yes,
maggots.
it does.
Yes, it does.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Yes, it does.
Because it's hard to grab an entire swarm, but a
If I
single
had a
entity.
s-
It's
But is
easy
it
to grab.
easier? So it's but how does the charming work then?
I
How do-
mean,
does
maybe
charming
she
work?
has
Too
chopsticks.
many of them. There's too many of them to
Because,
charm.
but they're also
But a
too
single
dumb.
entity can be charmed.
I can charm a
Okay,
maggot.
So here's an example. Okay,
Charm anyone.
here's an example. I'm sure we can all agree on.
That's debatable, but okay.
Okay, so a rat. Let's talk about a rat. Now, is a
Uh-huh.
rat a maggot? No, but we are going to use it
Correct.
as a point of comparison. So I'm going to find a swarm. I'm going to find a swarm of rats. I'm going to find a swarm of rats. Here we go. That's a swarm of ravens. I'm going to find a swarm of rats. Here, we're going to use raven as an example because I have swarm of ravens and regular ravens. Okay, established. A raven is not a maggot. Yes, but here,
Correct.
comparatively, a single raven has no immunities to anything. No conditions, no damage, no nothing. A swarm of ravens has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing because it is a swarm.
Yes, I agree with that.
You cannot swing your sword and
I
hit every single raven there at the same
I agree
time.
with that. I agree with
Perfect.
that.
Now, condition immunities for a swarm are charmed, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, prone, restrained, and stunned. The
See, I
reason
don't-
for this. Yes.
This is just a flaw in the game then.
I'm sorry. No. There's not
Yeah.
a flaw
This
in the
is
game.
great
This
TV.
is the game's best way. This is the game's
the
best way
maggots.
of trying to bring us to a level of reality. This card right here. This card right here. This is a swarm of ravens. This is bringing us closer to reality. You have no immunities.
You know that Squally is like a talking bird person, right?
Which is why
Like reality is not really what we're going for.
Yeah, right.
why this card is bringing
I
us
was-
closer to
Our re-
reality. This
our
card, it's
reality
not Squally's
Is that
character sheet.
I'm a half orc, half cat person who got turned into a maggot by a witch in a walking treehouse.
And now,
And we're
And
talking
I
about
am-
And we're
reality.
talking about
Yeah,
reality.
D&D reality.
and now you're going to adhere to reality's rules, good sir.
This
You
seems
do
like
not have
your reality goes against my reality, and I don't
Oh,
really
Lord.
agree with this, and I don't feel
True.
acknowledged or I don't feel acknowledged or heard.
What is
But-
reality if not
What
perception?
what
you know?
really
Kylah,
what is
Kylah,
reality?
you're
That's a
impartial to
good.
the Kylah, you're impartial to this.
Um,
How do you feel?
That's how
This
she
was-
feels. God.
We've just undone all of the progress Kyla has had with her concussion.
Yeah, I just like bend my head backwards. It's fine.
Sorry guys, I gotta leave right now. My head hurts. I get it. So here's the thing, Noah. You have an 11 armor class. You got a
Not
minus
bad.
2 wisdom. You do not have immunities to any
But I've-
conditions.
I have a proficiency bonus of +2 still.
Yes. You
Sick.
you have a proficiency bonus of +3 because you are a
Oh.
level 7 maggot.
There's
Sheesh.
4
It's a
words I
high-level
just
maggot.
wanted here.
That's a high level.
At a
Not
7th level
not many maggots get to level 7. Usually they've evolved. Well, fly by then, but
Magic maggot.
Or get stomped
Or get
because they have 1
stomped.
HP.
Wish.
This is true.
But they do have all those resistances, so
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
okay.
am I rolling for this swarm behavior, or because I am not
There's
a
no
swarm? I don't.
there is no swarm behavior. You are not driven by an intended swarm behavior. You are driven by your own animalistic maggot ideals, and we are going to find out what those are. Does that
'Cause
answer your
these are
question?
kind of cool. Crawls
Liam's
on
like, and
the
that
swarm
ends your
behavior.
question.
Crawls
Moving
on walls
on.
in a vaguely bipedal shape. That's kind of dope. Makes skittering noises that sound like whispered chanting. Ooh.
And with
Yeah,
that,
no-
does anybody else have any
Yeah,
questions?
Sorry, I'm showing interest.
I hope not.
Yeah, how dare you show interest in this really cool thing. Oh, I want to make it clear, I'm very happy you're asking me these questions. I'm just also wondering how much power I should give this one maggot.
I was just
All the
reading my
power.
notes from
Now,
last
how
week.
does my natural rage weapon manifest here?
So first, Kyla, you, what was it you were saying?
Oh, it's not important, but I was just reading my notes and it just said, we headed back to the wagon. Everyone's looking for shikara crows. We found one, and then another one we unsuccessfully took from the back. I thought that was funny.
Unsuccessfully took from the back. There we go.
Wonderful. Okay, so your weapon.
So as I was
Your
raging,
weapon.
I went because I have my other benefits of raging.
Mhm.
So how did because I had my tail extended. How does that manifest somehow in the maggot form or no?
Your form has your form. So the tail is a part of your cat body. It is not part of your maggot body. So the only thing we are allowing for you to carry over in your maggot form is your rage, because that's funny. I don't know how to make a maggot's tail funny. I mean, we could certainly make it if we want the tail to be there, but your weapons are just simply in your form. So they are just
Yeah.
yeah. So they're not they're in your form, so that the point when you revert, if you revert back from being a maggot, then your weapons are then out loose.
Oh, I don't like how you said if. I don't like how
Yeah.
you said if.
It was a
Okay.
con-
If
A
You're a
big
maggot
if.
forever and ever.
There we go. Okay, yeah, I wasn't talking about like, yeah, I know obviously I'm not gonna have like my sword and dagger shrunk down.
Mhm.
I was just thinking like, yeah, if my
I'm-
natural weapons like that protrude when I have my
Yeah,
rage,
I'm
if they were
thinking. Here's what
somehow
I'm thinking. Because the idea of a maggot with a tail grosses me out, I'm going to I'm going to say that you can
That's-
have a maggot tail, but your tail is going to be half of whatever your increased AC will be in your maggot form. Now, also reminder that as a raging maggot, your rage only consists of if you attack and if you what is it called? If you attack and if you take damage. That's the only time that it
Okay.
stays.
okay.
Wonderful.
I mean, the damage resistances don't really matter when you have 1 HP.
Mm.
Point.
Hey, I know that, but don't tell Liam that.
Takes 1 hit point of damage, but I decide, you know what, it's gonna be gonna round down.
Reduce,
Gonna
Actually,
reduce,
it's
reduce by half and
0.79.
rounded down.
All right. With that, nobody else has any questions?
I think
I
so.
don't
Alright.
think so.
Well, if that's the case, let's dive into the Valley of Barovia one more time for Curse of Strahd. Ow! That was my special effects budget. Okay, so we come back, ladies and gentlemen, to our group of adventurers as they are traveling across Barovia in search of answers. It seems that they went to the Wizard of Wines and found that the were-ravens there were mysteriously not there for some reason. They seem to have just vamoosed and are gone. But they found 3 children that were part of the family that were protected by a ghost who turned out to be Donna D. Thistlewhistle, who was Eren's ancestral tether. They did battle with Sly, and Sly saw this ghost and went into a rage and then started fighting Kari. You guys were able to fight Eren because he was trying to kill you through the inhibited powers of Nimble Knobs, and then you guys were able to separate him from Eren. So then Donna D reconnected with Eren, and then you were not able to kill Nimble Knobs before he turned Squally and Eren into 60-year-old people. You guys also progressed to make sure that what is it? You had a big owl feast, and then you went back to the tower where you guys got some information about how to potentially guide ravens. You use the phrase, like trying to find the phrase with the spirits of the wind, and they used birds of a flat feather flock together. And so, or keepers of the feather flock together. You then followed these ravens to the ruined marsh of Berez, where you had encountered a were-raven individual who had expressed to you all that she had been kind of scouting out into the ruins and was curious about what they had found, what you had reported about the Martico family, and said that she would travel to see what has happened, but first needs to make sure that the area of Berez is safe, and the only way to do that is to kill the 7 scarecrows that are in the ruins. You all proceed to do so. You found 2 of them and were able to completely, destroy them. And then on your journey, you notice that there was a cabin that was mounted on top of some like tree roots. And there was a floating skull right by the door. You all decided to investigate this cabin, discovering that it was Eren, Sly, and Squally that discovered that there was a woman bathing herself in blood in a bathtub. There was a baby's cradle there, and Eren's like, sorry, wrong door, and began to get away. However, you guys had gotten the attention of the infamous Baba Lysaga, and now you are, well, let's say running away from her and her hut, which it turns out is a creature that is animated. And Sly had noticed that there was a glowing green power coming from the floorboards. He tried to rip open the floorboards, but before he could, he was polymorphed into a tiny little maggot and then put inside of a baby bird skull around Baba's neck. The rest of you have been hit and are now running away in the marsh from Baba and from this giant cabin, as Baba is now inside the upside down skull that she is about to fly in. Now, while Baba was getting ready for this, I'm going to describe the situation and circumstances for all two of our kind of separate groups. We have kind of three groups going here. First of all, we have Esmeralda and Wystera, who were kind of together during this. They were the closest ones to the actual hut, but began to run away. Esmeralda is currently invisible. I need to roll something quickly. Okay. So, Wystera, I need you to make a disadvantage perception check or disadvantage investigation check.
I'll go perception.
Okay.
9. Sorry. 5.
5. Okay. You are currently unaware of where Esmeralda is, which is probably good. You can't see her, but you are also in this kind of, you're in a position right now where it's scary for you to kind of just like be like, you don't know where Esmeralda is. You saw that she disappeared and you're just trying to like take in the environment around you. Like, what's going on? You do see splashing around in the marsh, but you can't be sure if that's just like a frog going around the way, if it's bugs. You are kind of alone at this current moment. Taking in what you are around, I'm going to remind you guys about this just while you guys are here. A couple things to remember about this environment. You guys are currently in difficult terrain. The marsh is thick. Wystera, as you are just stepping and sloshing through the muck, your feet are picking up across your boots. It's caking you right now in just swampy bog, like just gross natural muck, and the wetland is a lot for you just to be surrounded in. Everybody else too. Squally and Eren, you two are together, and the both of you are running together. Eren, you just recovering off the idea of being enchanted to the point where you could almost try to kill Squally, and you guys are both feeling the heaviness of this environment. Right now, around you, there's a lot of dense areas in the actual marsh. There's only a couple of kind of like cleared spaces. It's not like there's like a faintness, not even a riverway, because the river is kind of like a few hundred feet farther away from you guys to the east. But there are areas where the water is going in a stream. It is not clear for you to get rid of the difficult terrain. It is still difficult, but it is an area where you could better see each other should you guys want to commit to that. But that's currently the one thing you guys have. So Wystera, you can't see Esmeralda at this moment. You can just kind of see Squally and Eren before you guys kind of commit to this. So you guys have one turn to decide what it is you want to do and to get any clarifications that you need before we're hitting the ground running on this.
I'm assuming Eren. Well, am I muted? No.
Nope.
Nope.
Good. Yeah, I think Eren and I would probably go after Sly.
We saw Sly like turn around, run back.
Yeah, he started climbing, and you don't see Sly right now. Like you see the massive cabin shifting and moving and beginning to kind of turn. Like the window side that you guys saw is almost like 60-degree angle turning around in your direction. The cabin is also having to like slop through all this, but it's like boom, boom, like you can
Okay.
feel it like shaking the very wetland you're in right now.
I mean, then right now I'd be just assuming that he's like inside,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I got kicked pretty bad. Like I'm bloodied, but yeah, I'd still say we'd go after Sly after everything.
Yeah. I think at yeah, I think I mean what can't just leave him. I'm not gonna leave him. Like how far away is the big tree?
You guys ran a total of 70 feet last session.
Okay.
You are 70 feet away from the actual cabin.
I guess we'll start running towards it.
I guess so.
Okay. Full dash action is going to get you guys about 35 feet. You will be halfway there on your move. Wystera, what are you doing? As you see your ally getting closer in that proximity, slopping right through the clearing of this marsh.
Yeah, I would call out to wow, I was thinking so hard about my cloak that I just forgot her name. Esmeralda. Call out to Esmeralda, and then assuming that I can either, well, as you said, I couldn't really. So assuming I hear anything from her, I would dash towards that voice.
Okay. You call out to Esmeralda. You can hear her. She's only like it's like you couldn't be cognizant. She's like, I'm right here. And you hear it like almost like right near your ear. She's only probably like, I don't know, 10, 15 feet away from you. But trying to
Okay.
follow her voice, you can get she's gonna say to you, all right, we need to get out of here. What are they doing? They're getting closer to that thing.
Okay, then all right, then I'll say to Esmeralda, I think something has happened to one of us. One of us has been altered in some way magically.
Oh no. Okay, well I don't have anything for that. I don't have anything to be able to help with us.
Neither do I. But perhaps we should go back and attempt to help.
Okay, we can do our best to help it in some way, but okay. I mean, if I lose this, I'm going to be fucked.
Understood.
All right. Let's try to get there. All right. Now you guys were about like 40, you guys were about 40, 45 feet away at that point. So do you want to make your way up to the cabin as well? Or what do you want to do?
Were you speaking to Wystera and Esmeralda just now?
I'm speaking to you, yeah.
So sorry, I thought you'd switched over to the other three.
Oh.
Yes, I think we just head towards, because we can see Squally and Eren, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah, we head over there.
Okay, you guys are going to catch up to them. Okay, perfect. You guys begin to make your way towards each other to reconnect. At this moment, we are going to now I want to ask you guys, we have the initiative set up from last time. We can go and roll a new initiative if you would like. So I want to just check.
Uh,
I would very much like. I would like.
a new one.
Yes, please.
Like, anyone?
I think I rolled like a 3. I think I got like a 3 last time.
Well, and I
Hey,
feel
new
I feel
game.
like-
I'm cool with new initiative.
yeah, I feel like the circumstances have changed enough that we would do that again.
Alrighty. We are going to roll a brand new initiative here. We are going to do that after you guys have your free round right there. As this is going on, I just want to get into the mindset of everyone's favorite raging maggot, Sly. So, Sly, you are in a dark space. You are feeling just like this is a whole new world for you. You were on the ground, and then there was light, and now there's darkness, and now it smells strange, and things feel weird. What is going on right now for Sly?
Not much with 1 intelligence.
Yeah. Well, it's a strange feeling. I go to look down at my hands to see what's happening, but what's this? I don't have hands. I don't have eyes. I have nothing. I am one slowly becoming all intelligence and thought seems to leave, and I start to slowly feel that I'm just there and will be acting purely on instinct and the survival nature that comes with being a raging maggot. DM, how big is this confined space I am in? And
This space that you are in, I mean, it looks massive to you. Your perception, big
I
old.
thought you said it's a baby bird skull.
Yeah, to the comparison of a maggot, you feel like
big
you're
is
in
a
a
maggot?
mansion at this moment. This is huge. You are, however, clicked into, like, realistically, you're clicked into a small portion of the bone where you're kind of like grappled and like not fully restrained, but you are kind of grappled inside of this thing.
All right.
I guess it would be restrained, but I'm also nice. So you are just kind of clicked in this thing, squirming a little bit.
Okay. So I'm just doing research currently.
For sure. While you do that research, I need
Um,
everybody else to roll initiative.
All right.
Maggot research. Looks like someone rolled really bad again.
25 to 20?
Not even close.
Okay. 19 to 15? Yeah.
15.
14 to 10?
Oh, me. I rolled 11.
All right. Eren's going to go second. 9 to 5? Yeah.
You're muted.
Roll a 3 again.
No, I got a 6.
That's
Hey,
better.
that's twice.
Oh, sorry.
3 better.
Sorry, DM, should I roll initiative as well?
Absolutely.
Maggot initiative.
Braggart initiative.
5.
Sounds about right.
There you go.
Out Okay, so Jesus. Okay, so Wystera, you are going first. Slopping through, it takes you the full 30 feet to run towards your allies here.
Oh, Lord. So, how far is this Bagatha away from us? Can we see her currently, or?
Oh,
think she's
she
inside.
currently, you can't see her.
Okay.
The hut is 35 feet away from you.
Okay. But we can't see any even, so we're, all right. What I mean is, did we not, could we, didn't something happen with, did we not see her climb into her flying skull?
In terms of where you were standing before, yeah, you saw her disappear into this massive skull that she was like just dropped into. This is a 30-foot tall hut. And from the perspective of where you're at, it is giving you full cover. She is fully covered. You chose to go the direction of your allies. So from their perspective, they could only see the hut moving.
Okay.
So she is hidden behind that thing at this current
Got
moment.
it. Okay. We don't know where she is. All right.
Mhm.
And someone remind me, I wrote a lot of stuff down. I always write a lot of stuff down, but none of it ever seems to be relevant. Was there was a child up there, wasn't there? Like what was up on that floor with the witch? There was a bathtub of blood.
Well, you didn't see it. You didn't go in.
Oh, I didn't go in. Never mind. That explains why I didn't write it down, because I shouldn't know it. Okay, great. Okay, instead of trying to, you'd think that would work. Okay, are there any, and I may whisper this to Esmeralda, are there any vines around in this bog that I can see?
Oh, passively, yeah, there's a lot of vines hanging from different trees and everything. Some of them are probably only like a couple feet like down below you from trees that hang about maybe like 10, 15 feet in terms of their height.
Okay. I want to try, along with Esmeralda, I'm going to whisper to her my plan. I want to tie a vine about 10 feet off the ground from one tree stump or something to the other and try to trip this thing up. I know it sounds Looney Tunes, but it's what I'm going for.
She says, you want to get a 10-foot long vine to trip that thing up.
10 foot, 10, well, 6 feet from the ground, maybe? What do you think?
Well, she looks around, and what she's seeing, you would be able to maybe draw a vine across a section. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Or a survival check. This is gonna be a survival check.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. 12.
Okay. You guys are currently in the clearing of this swamp area. Drawing a vine across the nearest tree is not really possible. The clearing itself is about 15 to 17 feet long.
Okay.
It's there, like the opening is pretty expensive, maybe even 20. I'd say it's fully 20. This thing is about 20 feet wide, maybe even more. Like it seems as if it's like maybe 20, 25 feet across that could walk fully through the clearing. In terms of where you could connect it, you could tie it from tree to tree in the more denser parts of the swamp. The problem with that is that this thing would then have to walk through the denseness of the trees itself. Now, that could potentially slow it down. You could try that, but you guys would be going into the denser part of the tree. moving away from your friends, which is going deeper in from that space. So that would be 15 feet of movement to get away from the clearing and go into there. And then you're probably going to have to use your full turn to climb up into a tree.
Yes, I want to try it.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check to climb up the trees. And I will let Esmeralda look at you and say, oh, okay.
Not the first time. 14.
14. I need you to make a persuasion check with Esmeralda as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Fine. I knew you were going to do that. 17.
Okay, you hear her go, I don't know if this is going to help, but I mean, the only chance we have against that thing is if we bring it down anyway, so let's just try. You get your way up to the tree, it's sloppy, and you're dragging down like muck and moss as you're making your way up, but you would be able to get up into the tree, ruining all your nice clothes. Next turn, you guys are going to be able to start committing to getting a vine done.
Okay.
Eren, it's your turn.
Hey, is there still, like, I can still climb up this thing, can't I?
Yeah, it's 35 feet away, which means it's going to be your full movement to get to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get right up to it.
Okay. You get right to the base of this entire hut as its like leg is sinking down into the ground. You guys all hear the creaking of wood as this thing is turning more and more. As this happens, you can see flying up 40 feet in the air a massive, dirty, like almost like near rotted, but still strongly preserved skull begin to fly up, taking in the surroundings of the clearing. As this is going on, you hear the voice echo from the inside of the skull, amplifying out to all of you. Well, I'm surprised to see you all coming back to my home. I'm, well, very, very flattered by this. I must say, however, I would very much like to bring you all to sink into this marsh along with so many disrespectful citizens. But I'm afraid that my son must have more fun with you. However, I have also called for my own creations to come very soon, so if worse comes to worse, maybe this will be your final resting place. But I can see one of you is missing. Well, I'm certain we'll be able to find you soon. What one of you notices, and anyone who is not Wystera or Esmeralda can make a perception check. Kari's going to roll as well. Oh, Kari, that is not good. I kind of feel like I need my Kari dice. Because otherwise I'm...
Your Kari dice.
Kari dice, Kari dice, Kari dice.
Yeah, I have gemstone dice for Kari.
Nice.
And I rolled a nat 1 on hers, so I kind of think I need them.
It balances out. I rolled a nat 20.
Just in case you're wondering, I rolled a 4.
I
I
rolled
was wondering.
It's a
Maggot.
very perceptive maggot.
I'm more perceptive than the average maggot.
Yeah.
So, what you notice, and what did you roll, Squally?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Total
You
of
both-
24 for my...
Yes, you both notice this. Inside of the head of the skull, she's very inside of the skull. It's hard to see Baba completely, but inside you notice a flash of red kind of coming around the eyes, like where her eyes would be, just deeper inside, like tiny little flashes, and then they're gone, but you can see them kind of reflecting a moment. The skull begins to fly, taking almost like an opposite position of the actual hut. And then you hear a voice saying, There you are. And with that, that is her turn. It is Kari's turn. Kari is looking at the situation, looking at Wystera come through, looking at everybody, and she's like, okay, I guess we're doing this. She's gonna run like slowly. She is going to give you, Eren, the help action to get you up onto this thing when you start to climb. She kind of makes her way up to it. She's sloshing through. She's
Okay.
yeah. Does she have enough movement actually? I don't know if she does. Actually, she's giving you, Squally, the help action, but she's halfway there because she can't catch up to it at the same time. She knows that you're not as strong, so in order to get you up, she's going to give you a boost so that you can maybe glide up into this, glide up onto this thing.
Okay, thank you.
Esmeralda, in her turn, is helping, is running and getting up into the trees. Squally, it is your turn now.
Okay, how big is the house again?
30 feet tall.
How wide? Like, give me a diameter.
So
Or-
in relation, the house is on top of this giant in this giant thing of this giant kind of tree like extension. The
That's
house
why I'm
is-
thinking of a diameter of the base.
the diameter of the base of it. Okay, good question.
Or
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It is 45 feet around in terms of its like where its roots are kind
circumference?
of. Yeah, it's circumference total.
Is that what you? Sorry, is that what you just said? I was
So from one end to one end, like its diameter, like not radius, but its diameter is 45 feet. The hut itself is 15 in terms of its width.
And how deep is the swamp?
How deep is the swamp? You guys are struggling to get around in it, which is you are all kind of like, I mean, Eren's getting kind of up and past his waist. So, I mean, you guys are dealing with two, I mean, it's basically maybe like a foot and a half. How tall are you, Eren?
Like a little under 3 feet. Like,
Okay, then yeah, you're dealing with about like when you step through, it's like basically like a foot deep, like when you're sludging through.
okay.
I don't think I can do that option. 1 second.
Oh, what do you think, it's Squally? If you're looking for a size, the hut would be considered a gargantuan thing.
Yeah, so I would like to use a spell, but
Mhm.
the effect has to have at least 50 square feet of water with 25 feet deep. So I don't think
Hmm.
that works.
No.
5 feet wide at the base and up to 50 feet wide at the top. Yeah, no, I can't do that one. Okay, so instead, I'm gonna cast Control Water,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna cause a flood.
Okay.
To do a couple things if possible. One thing is to make the base of the tree kind of stuck so it can't move very well, because I want to cast flood. So essentially the water level of all standing water in the area rises as much as 20 feet.
Okay.
The thing is 30 feet tall, right?
Yes.
Possibly I'd like to get everyone closer up to the top, but also I would like to kind of get the trunk stuck. Now, if it's a large body of water, so if it's all the swamp, I can instead just create a 20-foot tall wave that like crashes down over the house. But it's gargantuan, right?
Yes. Yes, and it's got like multiple roots kind of wrapped down. Like it's got 4 kind of thing, but really it's got more like 8 kind of things like keeping it up. So 4 big main ones and then 8 smaller ones underneath. Yeah.
Okay, then instead, sorry, this has a lot of words in this spell. I apologize, I'm taking so long. Can I redirect flow instead of water in the swamp? Oh, sorry, I'm thinking. If I were to summon my ice me feats,
Yeah.
sorry. And I wanted to attempt to freeze. I want to use control. Okay, summoning the ice me feats would be an action, right?
Yep.
Shoot.
Or maybe it was a bonus action for you. I'm trying to remember exactly, but I think it was an action. Yeah, I think it was an action.
Yeah, because I have it written down here. Is it? Is there wind happening?
Very little here. It's like a stagnant area of both water and of wind.
Okay, I'm still gonna go for my control water action.
Okay.
I'm gonna redirect. It's not really, it's stagnant, right? The water's just kind of
It's
staying.
stagnant water in here, yeah. There's not
Okay.
really a flow. Like it's kind of trickling in some places where there's like little longer streams, but very little.
But I can move. Like I could still redirect flow, right? Because I just have to choose a direction to move it in.
I mean, yeah, here's the thing, and this is only because like I know redirecting, you're trying to change the direction in which it's traveling. If you're redirecting this water, you're redirecting it like a small trickle going like this pace to going this pace and going the opposite direction.
Right.
This is kind of the path, the temp, or what is it called, the speed in which it's going. Like it's not increasing the flow of the water. It's just simply having
No,
it
it's
go.
just redirecting the flow. I
Yeah.
see. I see. So the flood would still be kind of a good option just to do like a wave action, I think is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, if you want, I mean, if you wanted to pull up the fullness of like bringing the river in to kind of come up into this space, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Alrighty. So you are committing this spell.
Sure am.
You, Squally, I'm assuming, are you taking up the entire area that you are all around at this place? Like where everybody is in?
To move the water.
Yeah, because it's a 300-foot rate. Like its range is 300 feet.
Oh, sorry. What I meant like that is I wanted to do the wave part instead of just like the whole water. I just want to get this bitch real wet.
You want to get the house wet?
I want to get the house real wet.
All right. So with a 20-foot wave, you will be able to probably get to the base of the root. You won't get the house, but you will get the base of like the roots where they are at, like those big things there.
Yeah, and the water is gonna, like, on the start of my next turn, the flood effect keeps hitting the wave. The wave repeats on the start of your next turn.
Okay, it repeats. So are you hitting the wave at where Eren is at, or on the opposite end of where Eren's at? Like, which end do you want to take this thing?
Where am I
Aaron's at
standing?
the base of one of the things.
He's out of the what?
He's at the base right now of one of the roots. He's about to climb up it.
Yeah, the other side then.
Okay. So on the opposite end of the actual cabin, you guys see gross, mucky water just begin to rise up, bubbling, as Squally whispers and uses the natural element to cause this giant wave to pull up, and all of a sudden it slams into the side where, Eren, you see a bunch of water pour in from one end and almost like kind of like start kind of like causing you to kind of like wade up through a bunch of mucky water as it whoosh, washes out and it evens out onto the other end. All right, and then I'm assuming that another wave is going to pull up and then smash down for next turn then?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. That side is soaking. So, with that, it then becomes Sly's turn. Here we go.
Yes, it does. All right. What is my movement?
As a maggot, I'll say 5 feet.
5 feet? Hell yeah. Okay.
I don't.
That is
Yeah.
wonderful. You
Team
said I'm
maggot.
in.
Team
I'll be
maggot.
You
fair.
said, okay. Where? You said I'm in like a baby crow skull.
Yeah, you are currently being like grappled, restrained in this spot. Yeah.
I'm being restrained the spot by what?
By the little thing she clicked you into, but you're more grappled than restrained. You'll just have to break the grapple.
I can't wiggle out of that.
That's you trying to break the grapple. So you're gonna have to make a.
What is
you can
this
make-
little thing that I have been tied by or restrained by? What is it?
There's like a little bit of the skull that's kind of clipped your body just to hold you in place.
So it's a piece of bone?
Yeah, it's a little bit of bone that's just fit snug for you to be grappled by
Okay.
it.
In my research, I found maggots excrete this kind of enzyme that helps break down organic matter that they then feed on. They don't actually bite through things. So
Mhm.
I'm going to kind of shoot out this little saliva stuff I have to try and weaken this bone. and
Okay,
then
go ahead
wriggle
and make
out of it.
go ahead and make an
Yeah.
attack roll against the bone.
Can you please?
Now,
can you
what am
please-
I?
Can you please demonstrate what you're about to do with sound?
Yeah, can you excrete against
With sound?
Yes,
be like-
I'd like to hear this.
It'll be like a. And then
feel like a little
yeah, exactly. And then I'll go through that.
Okay.
Okay.
You-
Let me just see.
Go ahead and
here.
roll an attack. You got a +4 on
+3?
this.
A +4. Nice.
+4.
What die should I be roll?
D20.
Oh, sorry. Yep. I was looking ahead for. Sorry, I got very excited and started thinking like, what do I roll for damage? But I realized I have to hit something first. Can I do this recklessly so I get advantage?
Yeah, you're a raging maggot. Go
Yes,
ahead
let's
and make
go.
a reckless excretion.
Okay. There's that. 14.
Unfortunately, that is not enough to beat the AC of bone. So you just begin to
Cool, but I
lube
get
up.
extra attack.
You fucker. You well, a maggot does not have
I'm
an
still a
extra-
barbarian. I'm a raging maggot barbarian. All that changed was my race, not my class. Not my positive can-do attitude.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so I've lubed up, is what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Needless to say, this will be a reckless attack.
Mm-hmm.
Liam.
That's a 12.
Fortunately, that also is not. You are uber
I'm
lubing this baby bird skull. What you guys notice, like if you could see it, there's like little moisture that's beginning to build up inside of this bird skull. This is the epic climax of trying to wriggle out and excrete and beginning to build
but
up moisture.
Eventually, I will have excreted enough that I can just like my way through it. So,
Absolutely.
like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Let me just look at my stats here. I believe that is my turn.
That is your turn. Okay. Now it is the hut's turn.
Oh, good.
Presently, Kari looked at you, Squally. You did not take the help action that she had. The only person that is near the hut is Eren. So, Eren, the hut is going to attack you. It
All right.
begins to step up out of the muck. Does a 31 hit you?
Nope.
I knew it. That is another 31 to hit.
Nope. Just missed.
And it begins to turn around with these two. And because I just saw the reach that it has for its attack, it's then going to attack Kari. And that is a 22 to hit. So, Eren, you are going to get hit with
Get stepped on.
36 points of bludgeoning damage on the first hit.
Cool.
Forty points of bludgeoning damage on the second hit.
I am at 1 HP.
Were you raging at this point or no?
Nope.
Okay. And Kari's gonna get hit now for 10, 17, 27 plus 8. That is 35 on Kari. And she gets hit for, where's her sheet? 35. She's at 19. Okay. That's the hut's turn. We go back to the top of initiative as this thing has begun to turn around. You guys can see the face of it beginning to move, slamming down. Two giant roots come down onto Eren, and one shoots out Squally that you can see right behind Kari. She gets slammed right into the scapula. Wystera, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get this vine stretched across to another tree thing.
Sure. I'm gonna say make a dexterity throw with just make a dexterity attack roll, not with proficiency. You're just simply trying to throw it towards Esmeralda's end, and she's gonna try to catch it.
Outstanding. Okay.
And then you get advantage. She's helping you.
Okay. Dexterity +1. Thank God. 16.
16. Okay. You toss out the vine. The vine you just see hangs in midair, begins to be pulled taut to the point where Esmeralda on her turn is basically going to start cinching this thing up. That's your main action. Anything else you want to do, or is that it?
Yeah, I'd like to shout, "Hey, fucker!" at the house because I'm attempting to draw it closer to this less than clearing area where we have this clever trap set up.
Very good. Excellent. That's your turn.
Yep.
You hear a voice from Baba emanate. She says, "Very fun little game you're trying to play. Unfortunately, my home isn't able to respond to such simplistic threats, but don't worry, my sweet little devil. I'm on my way." Eren, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna climb up.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Don't die.
Second that.
Motion carried.
30-20.
All right, you feel the roots like as you grab on your old bones, beginning to pull yourself up onto the thing. You are moving up towards these roots. You use your action to get 35 feet up, pull yourself up next to the house.
So am I up?
You are now up onto above the root. You're on the outsides of the house.
Okay. Well, I know she's up there, but I don't know where Sly went. I'm gonna check for him. I'm gonna go inside and see if I can see what's in there.
Sure. You on your dash action, you are looking through the actual windows. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Investigation.
Investigation station.
15.
15. You are looking around here. It looks like coming around, you see claw marks on the floorboards in the center of the room where the baby carriage is. Or the baby, yeah, it's a Bjorn, I think it's called. You don't see Sly anywhere, just the claw marks and a little bit of blood on, like, kind of this like sickly purplish black red blood on the side of the house area, but that's it.
Well, shit. Well, that was everything I can do. So I'm just gonna chill up here now.
Are you inside the house or are you outside, just like of the did you want to go inside?
I would have gone inside to look for him.
Sure, you are inside. I will say too, with the 15, you do see that there is like a baby in the cradle.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah, she said her son.
Alrighty.
So he's probably creepy.
Baba, at this moment, you see Wystera as the shadow is beginning to make its way over top of you, but she stops for a second. Oh, no. Oh, you see, this is the thing that bothers me so much with all of you. You keep trying and pulling my focus. Well, congratulations, dear. You begin to see the red eyes glow from outside the window, Eren, as you see Baba looking right to you. You have my attention. And she puts out a spell for you.
Yeah. Oh.
That is 16. 23. Eren, your current hit points is 1.
Mm-hmm.
You feel this nursery rhyme coming from the baby's crib as you kind of feel yourself getting pulled towards it. You begin to feel tired all of a sudden. Ugh, Grandpa needs a nap, and you pass out, incapacitated, asleep.
Wait, so am I at 0 HP or am I still at 1? I'm just asleep.
You're at 1 HP and you are asleep.
All right. Well, I'm not dying then. Not yet, at least.
All right. So, alrighty. That's what Baba then does, and Shai's like, all right, now back to important business, and begins to fly back over towards the dense part of the swamp. That is her turn. It is Kari's turn. Kari's like, no, fuck. She's looking at the circumstances. She's going to, as a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon on the and then have the house get attacked by it. Make an attack roll. Natural 18, that's going to hit. That is 6 points of damage on the house. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. She is gonna then use her action. I believe. Oh, how much does she have for like lay on hands for herself? She's got 16. That's shit. Yeah, she's gonna give herself I mean, that last one cleared her out pretty good. She's gonna give herself 10. So she's at 29. And then she's just gonna move closer to you, Squally, and try to get in the way. Okay. How are you doing? Huh. Huh.
I'm okay.
Great. I'm not doing good. All right. Esmeralda is going to tie this rope taut. All right. You see that the vine has connected. You guys have about like a 15-foot reach across this thing. All right, Esmeralda just says, "All right, let's get out of here. What do we do? Do we just start tying up the whole fucking marsh now?"
I think we run.
Where? She jumps down from the tree and just starts looking around for a direction. That then takes us to Squally.
Okay, I want to summon Blair, Todd, and Steven.
God.
Todd, Steven, and who? Blair?
Where?
Blair is a different one. Okay, great.
What was the first?
Craig.
He was Craig.
What the heck did I write down? I even remember that, but I wrote down Blair.
Do you want to summon a new me fight named
No,
Blair?
I want Craig. Screw Blair.
You guys see Todd come out. You see Steven. I believe Todd had like scissor hands or shit. Steven pops out there with his like droopy eyes.
Yeah.
And then you see this.
And Craig is a
Really?
little bitch.
Well, you see
Yeah.
this really dapper, handsome looking, like kind of like that guy from Corpse Bride, like that asshole looking dude with the big chin, like start to come through as
No.
Blair begins to emanate, and then all of a sudden get completely warped to the really fucking craggly, splintery Craig as he just comes out, and Squally, you can understand, goes, "Yeah, what's up, guys?
Oh, that's great.
Ah, I cannot be killed! Ah!"
Yeah, okay, so I summon them, the wave happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be like, wait 1 second. I have to think of a cool pun.
So happy to see the gang back together.
Okay, boys.
I want to know what happened to Craig when he stepped in that fucking.
Well, he died. I can't think of anything. Okay, we're just gonna say, okay, boys, we need to stay cold. I can't think of anything.
I'll just like give
We
it.
gotta freeze the tree. Anyways, while the water's hitting, I want them to use their frost breath.
Okay. Excuse me. They're like, "All right, we're gonna go do this. Where is it? Oh shit!" I'll like sees the size of the hut. It's really big. Steven's like, "I can't see anything."
You got this.
They fly on over. They're gonna fly off to the one end of the thing, and you said you want them to use their frost breath.
Yes, please.
All right, House is gonna make a dexterity check. Fail. Success. And success.
And the
So
water
that's
doesn't. Does the water help because the tree's wet now?
So here's the thing. This is a hut that has been sitting in the swamp for a long time. Moisture is already in the log. I
Yeah.
am going to say I will add a +3 bonus to the damage dealt this. Actually, because you just hit it one time so far, I will add +1 right now. If you
At the start of
commit-
my turn.
At the start of your turn, right? This is theirs. So then a second wave crashes down. I will say that this adds +2 to their frost damage that they deal. as your wisdom modifier will go up. It will be a maximum of +3. Okay, that's 4. That's 5. And Craig got a 7.
Good job, Craig.
12. Before 5, that's 9. That's 16 points of damage from them. They just breathe out air, and Craig's like, yes. And they all just wail and scream as they just begin to breathe onto this thing, and like frost begins to build up onto the one root of this hut. With that, it is now Sly's turn.
Alrighty, I continue to excrete and salivate onto this bone.
Go on your attacks,
Yep. This will be reckless.
of course.
22 to hit
Oh, that
for the first attack.
that hits. So
Oh, is it hit?
It does hit. You feel yourself begin to excrete more to the point where you begin to dissolve some of the bone and begin to move your head, sinking into it more and more. Go ahead and make another attack.
All right, what do I roll for damage?
You are
'Cause
not
on
rolling
this-
for damage on this. You are simply going to be rolling to see if you hit the bone. If you hit the bone, you will be able to bypass a certain amount of layers that you need to clear in order to get out of this.
Okay, because this thing, it's what I'm looking at says I have a melee weapon attack, +3 to hit, 1 target in swarm space. This is granted for swarm. 4d4 of piercing damage or 2d4 of piercing damage if the swarm has half its hit points.
Because that is a swarm. You are a
That's a
single
swarm.
maggot.
Yes, I'm aware of that. We have established that, yes. So I was just wondering how that would differ. But okay, second attack. That is a 21.
That also you begin to go deeper into the bone itself. You are beginning to worm your way, breaking free of your grapple, and now are beginning to restrain, almost push yourself deeper into the skull, clearing the layers that you need to bypass in order to get out.
But then would I not? Because it's one little piece like hooked over me. Is that correct?
Are you trying to just break out of that, or are you trying to break down through the bottom of the skull?
I'm trying to think what would be, is there anything like the grapple, is that holding me back from anything really?
The grapple is keeping you from moving.
Okay. So then, but if I'm like getting the layers underneath me, would I not be able to like scoot, like slink out?
Sure. Do you want to slick out from where you're being held and just simply like
Yeah,
move
have
out? Sure. So you get
Well, have
out
I
of there and
gotten
you begin
enough
to
of that
worm your
too?
way, getting closer to the peak end of this skull. You begin to you stick yourself out of this kind of like hole. There's not a lot of light here, but you do see more bone around you, and you see this kind of greenish fabric kind of dangling as well.
And nothing, like have I crawled out of like the nostril or the eye socket?
What's a nostril? What's an eye socket? What is this? What are these things to you? You don't know.
No, but do I not sense light or like a bigger opening with my blind sight?
Yeah, you said that there's a bigger opening that you've gone through, but there's more bone around you. There's also a greenish, like kind of like not bone thing, like not fat. It seems like a fabric, and then you're just kind of like, yeah.
Cool. I have no way of sensing like because remind me, I'm on a necklace around Baba's neck, am I not?
That's where you perceived to be before. Yeah. I mean, as far as you remember, you were picked up in darkness and were in darkness, and that was it. You have no sense of anything. You have one intelligence.
I was born in the darkness. Okay. Can I not sense any kind of heat or temperature
Heat?
change emanating from somewhere else? Because if I'm in a
There you
boat,
go.
that's
Go
gonna
ahead and make a perception check. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Sick.
There you go. -2.
shoot, that's a 7.
Nice. There is a lot of moisture coming from inside. You're pretty warm. It seems the warmest spot might be closer to where, like, maybe deeper into the skull, or maybe off near. It's so hard to narrate for a -1 for a 1 intelligence. It's probably closest to when your headstock went to the left,
Now,
or the
also, you said I have a movement of 5 feet.
Headstock.
yes.
Now, I'm in a baby crow skull,
Mm-hmm.
which hold on. I did look this up. Those are sorry, pardon me.
I'm regretting my decision.
That is 1 inch long,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked up a full-grown maggot is 1/3 of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just start trying to use all 5 feet that I have, and just finding like every little nook and cranny of this thing
Sure.
until I sense something that isn't bone.
Okay. You're gonna spend your whole turn swimming on through this entire skull.
Which will take not all 5 feet of my movement.
I am starting to think
I would be able to go through the length of this thing.
I am going to
60
say
times.
I'm going to say that I gotta step in now and say the 5 feet may have been a poor adjustment on terms of this thing.
You can
That'd be
change
fun.
it after
I
this
forgot who I was
turn.
talking to. Who is this is okay.
I can go around the length of this one confinement I am in 60 times.
I'm giving you an investigation check with -5. You get to check
-5?
because you have 1 intelligence.
Oh, right, that is true. I thought you were... Yep, okay. I thought you were just doing that because I outsmarted you.
I'm not. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay,
All right.
investigation check.
Yes.
Ah, that's a 3. It like bounced against my computer and hit.
All right.
Like it was on 20 of it.
It's gonna take you the fullness of your 5 feet of movement to investigate this bone to find something that is not bone, because
I will
you
do that.
were looking for an inorganic material. It's
No, I'm
the
not looking
hut's
for
turn.
inorganic material.
I thought you said inorganic or something.
No,
that wasn't
just
bone.
something that's like any kind of like flesh or different texture that isn't
Got it.
bone.
Got it. It's the hut's turn
Okay.
now.
There we go.
Is gonna hit some things.
Can't hit me though, nana, stupid hut. Now who's
The
the dumb
hut.
one, hut?
The hut is going to attack the 3 Nephites that are on its flank side here. Todd, that is a 13 to hit Todd. I rolled a 2. That is a 5 to hit Steven for a total of 17. That's cocked. That is an 18 for Craig.
Yo.
All right. Todd takes 4, 10, 27 points of damage.
Okay. Stay cold,
Jack.
buddy boy. Todd's dead.
Todd lets out a massive scream as it is shattered. That is 34 points of damage on Steven.
Goodbye, Steven.
We hardly knew you.
Craig is still alive, huh?
8.
Greg will never die.
Wow. That is 20. That's 24 points of damage on Craig.
Well, they all died.
As the root smashes down on Todd, a scream goes out. Steven, a scream goes out. The root rises up to Craig. Craig stares out, and only you can hear the screams, Squally. I will never die. I will return as I have returned so often before. Face me, death. I am your maker. He shatters into the muck.
Squally sheds a single cold tear.
What a dick.
Strahd, is your
That was
turn.
small vapor.
All right. How many feet to the top of the house hut?
You
Sorry.
ran your full distance away, which was a dash action to get up the tree. That was 15 feet. You have to jump down, which
Sorry.
is another, like
Sorry.
you have to jump to do an acrobatics. It is
Sorry,
15
my bad.
to get back to
Sorry.
where your group was. That's
Sorry.
about, yeah.
Sorry, not what I asked. My bad. How, as the crow flies, how many feet between me and the top of the?
Are you
No.
asking for a hypotenuse, Dad?
I'm asking
asking-
for a hypotenuse.
I'm going to give you the hypotenuse. The base of the tree, it has moved slightly, but it didn't have to move too far. It has only moved maybe not even 5 feet. The base of the tree for A squared is at 35 feet from where everybody else was, and you moved 15 feet away, so that's 50 feet. And then it's about 30 feet up. So you're looking at calculator time. Okay. Because I don't have a mathematical calculator.
Doesn't have to be mathematical. You just
That's
need
true.
square root.
There we go.
There's mathematical.
That's true. It's 34. All right. So then I just do that. It's about 58 feet, I believe, is the total. About 58
Okay.
feet to the top.
Okay, great. Probably gonna die, so what the hell? I'm gonna firebolt, and I'm only gonna send a firebolt right at the ceiling, because I believe there was the hut, and then there's the floor of the hut, and then there's a thatched ceiling above the floor of the hut. Yes.
Sure. You're looking. I mean, you're looking at. Are you trying to attack the exterior of the cabin,
No, the interior. I'm trying to lob one into that room that I haven't been up to, but I have seen
All
right
right,
up on the
that's-
ceiling.
That's
At the
gonna
hut.
be.
And
That's gonna
firebolt.
be. Oh, that's gonna be a high AC. That's gonna be at least 3/4 cover. So that's a +5 to the AC to make that shot. You can make it though.
Okay, yeah, I got 120 feet with firebolts. I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Take a shot at it. Go ahead.
Okay.
3/4 cover inside.
What the hell?
Risky.
What the fuck did you just roll? What the fuck is that? I can't read what that is.
That's
Yeah.
an F20.
Fuck you. So, firing right towards inside, piercing right through, shattering the window. A purplish fire goes right on inside, hits the interior ceiling of the house. Go ahead and roll your 2d10.
Yes, sir. I have 2d10s.
Oh no, it's 4d10 because you got a critical hit.
Yes, it is. 4, thank you. First 2 is 12 total.
Okay.
Second 2, 14 total.
Alrighty. Purple fire
Plus 1, yes.
burst through the top. Huge burst as through the top roof of the cabin here. Nice shot. Yeah, it just goes, you just see purple light streak across, and yeah, the skull begins to kind of turn that direction. What else do you want to do with your turn?
Hide.
Okay, so you like, haha, you jump down. I need you to make an acrobatics check for me.
Okay.
Also, isn't Eren in there right now? Just throw a
He is
fireball
in
at
there.
Eren,
He isn't there though. He is asleep.
and now he's on fire.
He's not on fire. The firebolt I don't believe has ignited anything. Let me just check and see. But roll your acrobatics, David, while I read this.
11.
Okay. You will take. You're going to take a single point of bludgeoning damage as you jump out of the tree,
Okay.
and you begin to run. Okay. As that hit makes contact, purple flames begin to slightly ignite inside of the hut's interior, gently beginning to build faintly. It is not a full fire, but it is beginning to it's just beginning to ignite.
I'll take it.
See that?
Did
Baba.
did Wystera know that Eren went up there?
You saw Eren run up. Actually, you did not see Eren go up there because you were preoccupied with your whole action to do
I
stuff.
didn't think so. Okay, good. So she's not just being a dick this time.
Nope. All right, Eren, you are incapacitated. That ends your turn. It is now Baba's turn.
Good turn, bro.
She begins to turn around saying, "Oh, tricky, tricky, tricky creatures, all of you. Well, I'll take care of that in a moment. First, I have 2 little runaways to deal with." She begins to fly towards the thick area here. She's looking, trying to see who to hit. Oh, you devil, you are something interesting. I would very much like to send a little bit of fire your way, but I feel as if your friend there is going to be a little harder to find. So let's take care of that. That is a 22 to hit, which just hits Esmeralda's armor class as she is in.
Wouldn't
Jungle or in the marsh.
that she's would that not be some sort of disadvantage given she's invisible?
Sure. If she couldn't see her. Green fire bursts right through the swamp, and you see it impact like somewhere, like all of a sudden that you couldn't clock, and then all of a sudden you just see blood and flame just singe, and Esmer's like, "What the fuck?" She looks up in like just you don't even see her reaction. She needs to make a immediate saving throw. That's okay. She maintains concentration. But Esmeralda's like, what the fuck? Doesn't seem that's going to be an issue for her whatsoever now. Okay. Baba then begins to fly, kind of keeping a middle in between Squally, Kari, Esmeralda, and Wystera. All right, that is her turn. Kari's turn. She looks at you, Squally's like, what are we gonna do? What are we supposed to do? Squally, look at me. Jack, she's looking to you.
Well, we gotta go get Eren and Sly. I don't know where they are in the hut, but that's all I know.
Okay. I'm not doing too well, Squally. Uh,
I mean, me neither. And my Meefeets died.
what are you doing with the water? Okay, I see you're doing some of this water. I need you to what are you doing?
I don't know. I was trying to wash it out with something powerful. It's a tree. I'm not sure that that's working.
Okay, listen. Next time you have to do that, you use it and we'll get us up there. Like, just send us through and I will toss us as best I can, okay? I'm going to try to throw us and we're going to try to get up onto the edge of this hut because maybe if it misses us or something, maybe it will just like start breaking itself, okay?
That sounds good.
Okay, Kari grabs onto you. All right, she's going to use her spiritual weapon to attack the house. That misses. She holds on to you. All right, I'm ready when you are. Esmeralda is going to immediately make a hide action inside the space. She's going to move and try to hide. She has advantage. Okay, that's her hide. That's pretty good. All right, that's Esmeralda. Squally, it's your turn.
Is that Kari, you mean?
No,
Oh,
it's your
okay.
turn. Kari's
Um,
holding on to you, waiting.
yeah, I'll do the wave this time with us and hopefully propel us up instead.
All right. You feel the wash of marshy water begin to pull you up. Everything begins to lift up. You go up 20 feet into the air. Kari's going to make a roll. She's going to be able to propel you first, and then she'll see if she can get herself up there.
Okay.
If she rolls high enough.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, you're using a 20-foot wave to completely close the distance. That's all you can do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Kari's only able to get you up there. She's not able to get herself. She tries to grab on. She's going to try to make one last attempt to grab onto the tree. She's like one-handing it from like a vine, but she slides down like to the point where she's like hovering about 15 feet below it, like a kind of under between. You get down prone onto this position in your moment. You still have your movement.
Do I see Eren?
If you use half your movement to get up, you will come up onto the area, and you can see Eren. He is 5, 10, 15. He's 20 feet away from you. If you begin to run up, you see he is lying on the ground unconscious. There's like little purple flames beginning to build slightly onto the roof of the hut.
Yeah. Am I wet right now? Oh man.
You are presently, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I want to try to get to him as close as possible.
Okay. 15 feet to get up from prone. You make your way over to get right to the door of the hut, basically. You see Eren is just 5 feet away from you. Anything else you have for your turn? Do you have anything at all?
Now I'm a little confused with control water. It's like it's a concentration, right? So that means I can't cast any other spells.
So you can cast spells, but it's essentially like it's concentration. So if you cast any other spells with concentration, you lose that.
Yeah, so I want to keep that, but can I cast spiritual weapon as a
Yep.
bonus?
Yeah, you can cast spiritual weapon as a bonus.
Yeah, I just want to have it floating with me, please.
Okay, yeah. You cast spiritual weapon. Do you want it to make an attack or no?
Can we just hover it over the baby?
Sure. You just see the spearhead hovering over the baby.
Cool.
Very good. Okay, so that's Squally's
No.
turn. Sly.
Never mind. No, just do that.
Unless, are you sure?
Oh,
What's up, Squally?
Squally's trying to decide whether or not it should attack the hut just to give everyone else some help, or if we're scared of the baby. Part of Squally thinks he's scared of the baby, but he would
protect his friends first. So can you stab the hut?
Make an attack.
It's just a straight. Yeah. So does a 17 hit?
17. That does hit.
Ooh. Let's do 10 damage, please.
10 damage. The spear shoots through the head of. Shoots through the roof of the hut. All right.
Thank you for letting me change my mind.
All right, Sly, your turn. You have gone through this whole thing. As you went through the entirety of the skull, the only thing you make contact with that doesn't feel the same is this kind of like frayed rope, it sounds like. There's like a little taut piece of something that's wrapped around the top of the skull.
Ooh, very nice. I will continue to mosey up that and just kind of putz around like a little maggot. But
Sure, you begin to shimmy on up that whole thing. I need you to make an athletics check for me.
oh, and with my stats, I get that'll be 15.
Okay, you inch your way up around this thing, making your way up towards it. You begin to make all the way up to like kind of something that it feels like kind of like rolls of something. Like you begin to make your way up, and it seems like there's like rolls of it seems like another kind of like fabric-y material kind of around you that you can feel that you begin to make contact with.
Um, hmm. I keep moseying on up.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep
You
moseying up until
you are no longer on the rope of this thing. You are instead like kind of like able to lay out onto this kind of surface, and you're kind of flat, but you can move around a little bit. It's hard to move, like you don't have a lot of like traction really.
okay, okay. What is the surface temperature right now?
Surface temperature. You begin to feel there's like a faint. It's weird. It's like you feel like this warmness kind of coming from, and a stench that is kind of permeating out of here. Smells of the senses of that of a maggot would be that of the like irony. It seems like there's some kind of irony smell.
All right. I'm gonna do my little enzyme thing on this.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Sick, recklessly.
You got it.
Let's go, maggot. Let's go.
14.
That's gonna hit.
Haha, extra attack. Nat 20. Let's go.
Oh, here we go. So you begin to feel your way beginning to worm through, and you notice as you begin to make your way down into the cloth, you begin to make contact with something that's right there that is like cold but also warm, and like it just feels bumpy, and like it's like it's green. It's like you can just feel it. It's like rough and but strangely like moist at the same time, and there's like trails of red caught in it. Like you can taste it, and it tastes like blood, and you start to feel your way deeper into that, and you start to penetrate inside deeper and deeper, just beginning to move your way inside of this until your head is kind of like there, and your body's just wriggling right now.
Okay. Okay. Do I roll for damage?
Nope.
No.
You did 2 points of damage as opposed to 1.
But I hit twice, and one of them was a nat 20. So wouldn't that be
And
free?
one of them got through whatever the first thing was that you ate through, and the other one ate through the other thing really good.
Cool. Now, on this thing for swarm of maggots, it says I can infect with diseases, and the target must succeed on a DC 12 of Constitution saving throw.
That is if it is a swarm of maggots, which is a lot of maggots, and not a singular maggot.
I think a singular maggot would still give some kind of disease.
I feel like we also established he has the strength of 14 maggots.
I have the strength of 14 maggots.
I don't think that it's anything that I've given you.
Our DM is using
Two
his soft voice.
attacks, 2 attacks, and reckless attacks, and raging as a singular maggot with 5 feet of movement. I don't
As you
think.
see, but you see, that is because I am a raging maggot barbarian.
I understand
And
that.
while my
but-
race has changed, my class has not. And now I am just basing this off of the
Presently,
character sheet
your
of the race that
species-
you have given me.
This is not a character sheet. This is stats I looked in a book. You are going
And
off
I
of
am
my
looking at the
stats.
books
that I
too.
showed. Yes, okay, you're doing a good job right now, and I'm just telling you right now, I can only go so far before
I would
cannot
say at
change.
least you could at least make the DC higher, as I think if any maggot went into any of us, we would not feel well because of it. And
That
we would have
doesn't-
to go to the hospital due to some kind of infection,
Oh God.
which would be brought on by the maggot.
Anyone else see steam coming out of our DM's ears?
I'm going to look at something right now.
Of course, go right ahead.
Take your time.
Go ahead.
We're good, Liam.
I'm in
I'm
no
gonna
rush.
I'm going to roll a single die. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what I roll. I'm just going to tell you the result of what happens next.
I would like to know what. Okay.
I don't think you get a choice.
Yeah, there's no choice here. I'm pretty
Which
sure.
seems very undemocratic, but I
I
didn't
mean,
ask
he
to
is
be.
our daddy.
I didn't ask to be put in this. He might be your daddy. He's my brother.
What are what are the different infections that it says that are on the thing?
There is supposed to be. You are to roll a d6 to determine.
So it's my responsibility to do this. You're telling
Sure,
me.
unless you would like me to roll a d6.
Is it COVID?
I am going to say, because you have 5 feet of movement, you.
No. Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
That's Liam's inside voice.
You feel yourself go into this thing and begin to
Sorry, my
worm
roommate
your
in his
way
friend
through the
yelling at anime.
surface area to the point where you hear this monstrous howl. It is scream "Ah!" as it emanates through.
Son of a bitch.
What
Okay,
anime are they watching?
Vistra, it is your turn.
I don't know, but they just yell
Sorry.
at the screen.
What did you roll for the
I'm gonna
d6?
mute so you don't have to.
Hmm?
For the disease table, what did you roll for the d6?
I'm not telling you right now.
Well, I was going to tell. I would like to know so I can inform you on whatever creature or thing I have infested in is.
Sure. I got blinded.
Okay, there we go. Until you finish a long rest. Okay.
Not until I finish a long rest. Until I take care of you.
This says the creature is blinded until it finishes a long
You're a
rest.
swarm of maggots. I'm making it a single turn until I take care of the piece of shit maggot that is inside of my
An infection doesn't
creature.
go away just because you kill the thing that infected you.
It
You
does go
need-
away if I pull the maggot out of my eye socket
But
that
you
is
still are
currently
infected by something.
inside of my creature's eye right now.
But you
Is
still
that
are
enough of a
infected by
picture
something.
for you, oh
But you s-
brother of
But
mine?
you still are infected by this disease that I have given you.
Wystera,
Yes.
take your turn.
Okie dokie. Um. I'm going to oh god. I'm gonna come out of hiding and I'm gonna throw another firebolt at that ceiling.
Do it. I dare you.
Okay. $16 to hit.
16 does not hit in the ceiling. It bounces or like kind of like bounces off of a shingle that's like or like one wood splinter that's like off on the side of the top of the exterior of the roof, but not in the interior.
I hide again in a different
Okay.
spot.
Sure. You're not using an actual hide action, so you're just simply adjusting yourself, getting more cover.
Yep.
All right. Eren, you are still asleep. It is now Baba's turn. She begins to look in on her eye. What the fuck does she have? Hmm. 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 She is blinded right now. And she knows what's been happening, but she cannot see. She's going to stick her fingers into her eye. And she's going to try to yank you out of her.
Do I sense this coming? Can I do my danger sense?
Sure. Go ahead and make a danger sense.
Liam,
Which
you-
is just
you
advantage
created
on dex
the
save.
thing. You created.
Technically, it's something you can see coming and you're blind.
But I can that's what I asked. Can I sense this coming? With my blind sense, like I can feel.
What did you roll with advantage?
I haven't rolled yet because I was giving you the option to take it away, but
Roll with advantage.
that's an at 20.
I rolled a natural 1, so fuck you. She tries to dig it in. She deals herself a point of piercing damage as she stabs her fingers into her eye. Ah!
I'm bobbing
You
and weaving.
Squirming little
Est.
Oh, usually this goes a lot better. She pulls it out. Yeah, she can't.
Never
She's.
met a raging maggot before.
I'm just trying to figure out. Does she want to get rid of this guy as much as I do? She's smarter than me. She knows better. She's smarter than I am. But I need to look at something here.
Oh, this is awesome.
Alrighty. No, that would be the worst thing she could possibly ever do to herself. As is that. Okay. What does blinded do? Automatically fails ability checks requiring sight. Fuck. She literally can't see a goddamn thing right now.
Thought to
No.
hinder me, but in the end, you only
Noah.
made me stronger.
Noah. Wow.
I should say Eren's turn had ended. She is going to, the only thing she can do is dig into her eye. That's all she can do. So she's doing it. Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Dexterous maggot.
That's another fucking nat 20.
Fuck you.
Oh,
I rolled a 19 and a nat 20.
She is unable. She keeps trying to grab in and she's unable to reach into her eye. Like she keeps trying to dig and she just keeps hurting herself trying to dig deeper. So her fingernails are going deeper into her eye. Now, I did forget the hut had a turn and I did not take the hut's turn. So I'm going to do that right now. Kari is going to get hit first. That misses Kari, the first one. That also misses Kari on the second route. That misses Kari on the third route.
wow.
Kari is swinging from the vines underneath as the roots begin to dig and slam and just crisscross underneath, but she is just maneuvering the whole time. She's like, yeah, get fucked! And now it goes to Kari's turn, and Kari is going to just simply try to climb up. Not very well. She slips a little bit more, but then just as it breaks off, she pulls herself up onto the thing. She gets up and is now standing on the actual hut, and she's going to be starting to move towards you, Squally. Esmeralda takes her turn. She's just hiding. She is locking up her gun. She's hiding right now. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Squally, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I use my wave to try and push Kari up towards us?
Kari's already next to you. She's like 5 feet by you. So she's
I
right
thought she
there.
was
Yeah.
hanging on the vines. Sorry.
Yeah, she climbed up.
Cool. Okay, never mind. The wave, I just want to continue to whack the tree.
Sure.
I don't know why I'm just watering plants now, but that's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, I run over to Eren and
Okay.
I'm gonna shake him.
Sure. You run over to Eren, you shake him. Eren, you wake up.
Oh,
Oh, good.
oh.
And then I want my stabby to stab her. Is she coming, right? She's coming to me.
I can't hear what you're saying.
She's coming to me.
Who? Baba? She
Yeah.
can't see shit right now. She's not coming at anybody.
I thought I'm so confused. Were you just talking about Kari? I thought you were talking about Baba coming to me.
No, Kari
Sorry.
pulled herself up. She's coming outside. She's right outside the house. Baba is blinded by a fucking
Don't
maggot.
stab
right
Kari.
I'll stab Baba. Can I?
You want to send the arrow out to Baba? Sure. Go ahead and make an attack. Well, actually, hang on. Baba flew between you guys, so you could send the spiritual weapon, but it's not going to catch up to her.
I'll just stab the tree again.
Sure. Peyton, can you mute, please? Just while, because right now I can't hear people right now. This is fucking crazy.
The 16 hit?
On the hut?
Yeah.
That just hits.
Ooh, 11 damage.
Ooh, very nice. Sounds good. That arrow sticks through. Do you want to send the spiritual weapon to start heading towards Baba, or do you want to?
Yes, please.
Sounds good. It begins to make its way towards Baba. All right, Sly, it's your turn. You are now kind of inside of the eye, and you're evading these like sharp, bony segments of this creature here.
I'm gonna keep burrowing in and my way through. Just
Sure, go ahead and make an attack roll.
cool.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You attacked recklessly, didn't you?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I'm going to roll with advantage then. I got to roll.
Going now for it. Okay.
That won't beat your nat 20. What'd you roll on the other one? You rolled a 15, you said?
On my deck saves?
You rolled 2 natural 20s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cocked. Nah, it doesn't beat it, but so close. All right.
Okay. Okay. This is again attacking recklessly.
Sounds good.
Okay. 17.
That's going to hit.
And 23.
Yeah, those both hit. You begin to worm. Now, I want to know, what are you trying to worm your way towards?
I'm just like, oh, blood, ooh, flesh. I'm gonna keep burrowing in this way and just until I hit something that's like I can't eat through that.
Okay, you just begin to continue to burrow your way deeper and deeper. Now,
Yeah.
I will say, if you are going to make your way away from the eye, I'm going to roll
Am I?
again here. Are you going to try to make your way away from the eye is my question. Because where you are, you're blinding her, but you might go somewhere different if you were to travel. And so I want to know if you're going to try to go somewhere different.
Go for brain.
Ooh. Can I follow along through into the brain?
Well, I'm going to roll a
like the
d6
eye
and we're going to see how it works.
What are you rolling the d6 for?
For the infection table, the same one I rolled before that got you to be able
Oh,
to-
okay. I thought, yeah, so if I can keep rolling in through the
Well, you have no
damage-
cognizant idea, yeah. So it's basically just moving around randomly
Like-
inside of somebody.
I know I can tell where I came in from, right?
No, you can't.
I can't tell where because like I crawled
No,
into
you
the
are
eye.
worm right now. You have no cognizant understanding of where you're going.
But I crawled into the eye, so I know where I came from. Like I'm not gonna
You-
end up going backwards.
You are randomly going through a human's body right now, so you don't have a cognizant understanding of where you are going. That's the thing. You're just randomly moving around her face.
Yeah, but I started burrowing in.
Yeah,
Right.
and I rolled on this and it was blinded. And based on the cosmetic understanding of what blinded means, I had a maggot go towards my spellcaster's eye socket.
Yes.
So it's random rolls determining where you go.
Oh, okay. I thought that was I just happened to get in her eye, and I was just gonna keep burrowing in.
I'm gonna randomly roll, and it's gonna determine where you begin to end up. So you can stick around where you are and keep doing what you're doing, like just like circle around, or you can move somewhere else.
I can't strategize as a maggot, so I'm just gonna keep moseying around and be like, ooh. I just keep moseying. So yeah.
Random roll. That's cocked. All right. Right now, you descend into a portion of this creature's body to the point where you begin to feel something mushy. I need you to roll a d4 for me, please.
Just one?
Just one d4.
That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah! Ha! That's all that begins to happen at this moment. This is a fucking nightmare. This is a goddamn nightmare.
I said it sounds like brain, but you know that scene, I don't remember when it is, but Homer Simpson, or no, what is it from? The Simpsons, or never mind, don't listen to me. You know the thing where it's like, smells like rain from The Simpsons with the indigenous character? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me.
Just based off that small no.
Sounds like brain.
Sounds
fuck
like
it.
rain.
No, smells like rain.
Oh. No, I don't know
All
what you're
right.
talking about.
It is now the hut's turn. Kari is still outside of the hut, so the hut is going to attack Kari one more time. That's a 31 to hit. That's 26 damage to Kari, the first smash.
Oh no.
Kari runs up towards the door. Squally, she's like, Squally, what's... She gets smacked by one of the roots. Another root is going to come down towards Kari.
In the hut.
No, she's not in the hut. She's outside the door. And with that one, Kari gets... She's going to make a hit one more time. Okay. Kari gets slammed, and you just see her go like limp on outside of the ground. Like she just collapses prone right there on area. You see her shield fly off of her and just fly into the muck. The last arm of the hut, unfortunately, can't find anybody to really hit. So it's just going to simply start trudging and is going to try to just look around. What is its perception?
Which direction is it going, Liam?
It was going the direction where everybody was coming at it. Presently now, it's not really going anywhere. Nothing's really, like, you can feel things around it, so it's just kind of like finding like solid ground footing, kind of sturdying itself up for whatever like hits it. It's kind of going in the direction of where the wave went and hit it. So in that direction right now. Yeah. Kari is unconscious. Wystera, it's your turn.
So I presumably I saw both Esmeralda, well, for sure Esmeralda go down. Did I see Kari go down?
You got to make a perception check.
Okay. Nice. That is a perception of 22.
You did. You noticed her you heard the root smack Kari go, ah, and then land. You saw where she's landed, and you saw her shield also fall into the water.
Okay, how far away am I currently from the hut?
50 feet.
Dash would take me where?
Dash would take you 30.
Okay, only 30? Oh, right. Difficult terrain. I knew that. Now I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna come out of hiding and take another firebolt shot at the ceiling then. But I'd like to run as close as I can, given the difficult
15
terrain.
feet. That's getting you to the clearing spot. Go ahead and make a shot.
Perfect. 15 feet. I'll take it. 19.
19. That. Are you trying to hit the interior window, or are you trying to hit just the outside ceiling?
I'm taking the outside ceiling at this point.
That's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Thank you. That is 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice.
Thank you.
Shoots. Good shot right onto it. Alrighty. Eren.
What do I see fire-wise? Anything? Sorry.
Coming from this area, the fire is beginning to kind of light a little bit more. It's beginning to turn into what I would say is like the equivalent of candlelight on the interior of where it was hit. Eren, you come to consciousness and see purple flames beginning to tickle up and dance, and you are waking up and see Squally on top of you.
Soaking wet.
Yeah,
Good
soaking
morning.
wet.
Well, what the hell? I get up.
Get up. Yeah, we gotta find Sly. I don't see him in here.
He's not in here, but there's claw marks and stuff. I don't know. I think she took him or did something with him.
Why? Did Squally see her, like,
Yep. Or you wouldn't have seen it, but you heard her screaming.
Maybe he's up in the skull.
He must be. We have to.
I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. Maybe she did like what she did to me and put him in the skull. But he's not here.
Okay, let's keep going. Maybe you can throw me up or something. I don't know.
I am not doing great.
Fair enough. I don't know how to leave.
Is everybody else okay?
No. No, Kari and Esmeralda, or Kari's down at least. I heard.
Okay, well, you should go help Kari.
Okay.
I might just stay here for now. Not
The
really
hut is
much help.
burning. The hut is burning, so maybe don't stay quite here.
Mm. I don't know what to do.
Best I could do is get you down on the ground with a wave. Maybe.
I am a tickle away from going down.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get Kari. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
Eren, as you kind of take a moment to come back to consciousness, you can see the crib in front of you. You can see there's like green light glowing on the interior down underneath the floorboards here. You just see the blood bathtub has like spilled blood everywhere. So now the green light has almost like kind of this like orangish glow. The light purple flames flicker above you, and Squally turn out and go.
Is the green the gemstone? I guess I don't know, but is the green? Yeah, I guess.
I see the green light. Okay, if I can on my turn, I'm gonna go try to inspect the green light.
Sounds good. You make your way crawling to the floorboards. You can see this is where Sly's claws are, and you can see that there's like glowing green light kind of like coming through. Between, you can see inside, like the floorboards are blocking something here. You can see down below there seems to be something of like a mouth that is kind of like weirdly shaped out of the wood, and in underneath there seems to be like this large gemstone that you have seen before.
Oh shit. All right. I'm gonna get up, crack my old man back. And I'm gonna try to yank the floorboards up.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength check. This is not athletics based. This is just a strength check.
Just straight strength.
Just straight strength.
17.
You grab on. You open through the rotted floorboards and you pull, and you can see the gemstone right there. As you do, the teeth of the floor of this mouth begin to sharpen and like almost kind of like move and like pulse around the gemstone here.
Bell.
You just see them waiting.
I think the floor is gonna try to bite me if I grab the gemstone.
I'm not there anymore.
You already left?
Probably.
Well, son of a bitch. Well, I'm gonna yell out and be like, I found the gemstone. But I think the floor is gonna bite me if I try to take it.
I don't know. You hear like a faint squawk. Try something else.
In yelling this, you guys see the skull move to look towards you guys in the actual cabin. It moves closer to you. She sees, you are all a bunch of tricky creatures indeed. I so tired of having to deal with intruders coming through my bog. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be able to take care of one of you. Or maybe I should take care of both of you. She's gonna gesture out. How does she want to do? Her movement doesn't allow her. Yeah, she's gonna do this. Her movement does not allow her to get to the front of the door of the cabin, so she's just simply going to target an area here. And I believe with the area, you are both going to be taken into it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Bleeding from her eye. Yeah, she's going to upcast.
Cool.
And upcast by 1. Let's see if it's enough.
Was there no new infection effect?
Oh, there was. There
There
was.
was?
And I
Oh, okay. Okay.
Eren, you have 1 hit point, yes?
Yeah.
You feel yourself in that music begin to come back, and you fall back, incapacitated, unconscious. Squally, what are your hit points at?
He's not asleep.
He has fallen asleep.
Oh, he has fallen asleep. Okay, 17.
17?
Yeah.
As you begin to move to Kari, you are in the hut as well, and you begin to hear this similar sounding music coming through and also fall unconscious on the ground. Okay. That takes us then to Kari, who must make a saving throw. Okay. Wystera. Wait, not Wystera. Esmeralda is going to take her turn.
Okay.
She looks to you at this moment. Wystera calls out, Where are we going? What are we doing?
I was considering going up to the top of the hut. Are you okay?
You go up there. There's nothing to stop them from killing you completely.
I understand that, but I've got to help my friends. How are you? Do you need help?
I'm going to be fucked either way. There's a couple of things I can do.
What can I do?
Don't worry about me. You worry about them. Esmeralda.
I mutter, I do worry about you. And then I let her do her thing.
Esmeralda casts a spell. You do not see what happens. Let us see what happens here. Oh, God. Okay, it is an action. She casts that spell. And all she does on her bonus action is just she just runs and you see a rocket tossed, making contact, like really far, making contact with the base of the hut. That's all she does. All right, that's Esmeralda. Squally, you're unconscious. Sly, it's your turn. You gonna keep making some attacks,
Uh,
or do you want to
yeah,
stay where you are at?
I'm just a hungry little maggot. I gotta keep feasting and just moseying along in here.
Go ahead and make your attacks.
Nothing has warranted me to stop doing this, so I'll keep going with the reckless attacks.
Sounds good. I'll roll again randomly on here. Okay.
Okay. 18.
18 hits.
And 14.
Okay, go ahead and roll the 14. I will say, fuck it. Yeah, it's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll 2d4 here.
One and four, that's 5.
Okay. You begin to worm your way around, and all of a sudden, the scream begins to happen as not you knowing, but you have moved through Baba Lysaga's brain and now have gone back into the opposite eye now to blind her a second time.
So I did like a full whoop.
You did a full semicircle wrap around.
Pop the Yui, nice.
Yeah. The hut is going to take its turn now. Esmeralda, it's moving towards Esmeralda. It's going to make its attacks with her on with disadvantage. Does that hit? That doesn't hit. That doesn't hit.
Oh.
That will hit. However, I must roll another die. Okay. Oh. That hits Esmeralda. Except she's going to use her reaction to cast a shield. So you see a flash of light streak out, and Esmeralda is not hit.
You.
Okay. Ooh, she's going through a lot of her shit. All right, that's the hut's turn. Wystera, it's your turn. The hut has moved closer.
Okay, how many feet away is the hut, and how many feet away, as the crow flies, is bitch face in her skull?
So Baba hovered down towards it, so she's kind of close and level near the house. She's probably a good like 10 feet gap away from the house, so they're kind of close to the same distance. The hut closed the gap by 15 feet. You moved to 15, so you're about, I'd say about 20 feet away from it. 15 feet away. Yeah, it's about 20 feet away.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna die. I want to cast Misty Step.
With what do you have Misty Step with, may I ask?
That's with my wizard, I believe. Unless I'm
Misty,
wrong.
David, I gotta ask you a question. With Misty Step, if it's wizard, what level wizard are you?
Never mind.
Yeah, you do not have the spell casting slots to do that.
Correct. 2 first level spell slots only. Damn, that would have been sweet. Sorry about
sweet.
Yeah, I want to dash up one of the legs and get as close as I can right into the top of the hut where Eren is.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. Seven.
You slip from the grasp of the actual base of this like root, and you're trying to make your way up. You're not able to make it. Yeah, your first bit, you expend your energy trying to climb up this root, but unfortunately, it's not making its way there. Yeah, and Esmeralda used her action, so she can't get you up there.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Eren is unconscious. Baba is going to go in and attack Sly. And Sly, you went reckless, correct?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, my man.
Can I sense this one coming?
Absolutely.
Okay. Uh, 16.
Baba is forcing her hand into her face right now. So she is going to roll. Well, she takes 4 points of damage as she basically almost completely fits her whole fingers inside of her eye socket. She clasps down on, and you feel pressure on your worm body. It pulls right out. You begin to feel light. You begin to see the bleeding eyes of a creature looking at you, intent, saying, I thought, well, foolishly, that this insolent creature would be no big problem to have to contend with. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Well, I'm going to get rid of you so I can worry about the rest of your friends. She flicks you outside of the hole of the skull, and you begin to descend, falling 30 feet down. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage total, that's halved, as your maggot form hits a rock, and you yourself are now a fully formed tabaxi barbarian on the ground, lying down with a giant hut looming only 10 feet away from you. And you can see Wystera slipping off of it. Yeah, and the giant skull's floating, and the skull begins to go back to hovering about 40 feet in the air, backing up by a good 20 feet away from the hut.
Okay. Am I at the hit points I was at before I was transformed,
you
or
are.
what? Okay.
Yes, you
sick.
are.
Am I still raging or no?
Yeah, you are.
Sick. Okay.
All right, Kari's gonna make a roll. Okay. Esmeralda is in her position. She is going to, in her action, move up, and she's going to try to boost you up there, Wystera.
Okay.
Not very good. She tries to hoist you. She basically gets you to the point where you're now on the tree, but not up it. She's just going to simply whisper in your voice, make it to your friends. Good luck to you. She says to you, 1 second. She says, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on. There we go. She whispers in your ear, the command word for the cart is Drovash. The second word is Arvesh. Goodbye, lovely. And she is going to just simply kick off of the hut, getting its full attention, and you see her drop her invisibility to the point where she is revealed on this creature, waving her musket, her hand axe, and her swords in her hands. All right. That is now Sly's turn, because Squally is incapacitated.
Alrighty, how far away is the?
I will say also, Wystera, you see her and 4 other Esmeraldas around her.
Okay.
How far is this? Is the hut leg?
The hut leg from you is 10 feet away.
10 feet away. Cool. And how far does it take to run up? Like how
It would
high is
take
that again? 30 feet.
You have 20 feet of movement, so you would be able to get halfway up this thing with your climb speed. You could dash
I have
to basically
20
make your way
feet.
into the hut.
20 feet.
Difficult terrain.
Do I not have?
You have an ability to climb up things, no problem, but it's going to take you.
You gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed,
you
and you
have
can
10
climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without needing to
This
make an ability
climbing
check. Oh, okay.
walking through the marsh part, so it takes you basically. It takes you 10 feet of movement, which is half. That's 20 feet to be able to get to the spot.
Oh, so
And
it'll
then
take me 20 feet to. Okay, okay.
you have basically 20 feet to get up there, which is 10 feet missing. You would have enough to dash to get into the hut, but yeah, you'd have to dash to be able to use your movement to do stuff.
I wouldn't be able to attack once I dash in, would I?
Nope.
Okay. I will. Okay, I'm just gonna. I'll climb up, so I'm 20 feet up the leg.
Okay.
Is this hut leg? Is there any? This might be a weird question, but is there any kind of sign that it has an equivalent to like tendons or any kind of anatomy? Or is it just like us? It's basically like a tree trunk moving. Or is it like, are there vines and stuff holding it together?
No, it's basically like the tree is like misshapen and formed, and then it like had grown this way, and then now it's like the hut was built on top of this thing. So it looks like the house itself is like connected to the actual like natural tree that there was, but yeah, it's not like just vines are holding it together.
Okay. I don't know. I guess while I'm here, I might as well just hack at the leg and see if that does anything.
Sure, go ahead and make your attacks
Doesn't
on it.
anything. Okay, sweet. I'll do 2 with the sword, 1 with the dagger. Dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm not doing these recklessly. 11. And then dagger attack. 10.
Okay, the dirty 20 hits. What was the other one that you had with the sword?
11.
Okay, the dirty 20 is the only one that hits.
Okay. Is okay. That's just 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Yeah. stabbing the sword right into it. All right, that's the hut's turn. Sly, you're the one that attacked it, and Esmeralda got the attention. So 2 attacks are coming your way, Sly. That's a 21 to hit. That is
Hold on. Is it attacking me twice?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use my tail, my reaction, and see if I can add up to my.
Does it work for one
AC.
attack or both?
It says if a creature you can see within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack roll, I can use my reaction to swipe my tail and roll a d8, applying a bonus to my AC equal to the number rolled, potentially causing the attack to miss.
Just the one attack, though, not both.
Okay. What was the first attack? You said 21.
First attack was 21 to hit.
Hit. That hits. What's the other one?
19.
I'm going to try to block that one. Let's see.
Okay, sounds good.
Ah, shoot. 16. Nope.
Okay. All right, you take 26 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 13.
Hit.
And then 29 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 14.
Hit. I'm down.
Okay. You feel it hit your back as your sword is there, and you and your body and sword fall into the muck. Esmeralda is going to get attacked. Not with disadvantage, but it's going to try to hit. And that's going to hit. Esmeralda is going to use shield. Blasting it off one more time. So it does not hit her.
Okay.
Alrighty. That then goes to Wystera. Your turn. You are now on the tree.
Try to get up top again.
Make an athletics check.
Can I use perhaps my scarecrow claws to give me a bit of an advantage on the slippery check?
I will allow for them to work. Yeah, you're gonna have to basically have them attached, so you put them on. Go ahead and make that roll. Yeah,
Thank you.
we'll see how much it gives you.
Okay, fair. Sorry, athletics?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. You begin to make your way up. You get about 20 feet, I'd say, up onto this leg. You would be able to, with a dash, clear the 10, have 20 feet that would basically get you into the hut if you so chose, or to get you just outside of the hut if you wanted to interact with anybody outside.
Just inside, please.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom. You jump over Kari's body, you jump over Squally, and you make your way inside. Do you want to slide and go prone, or you want to stand up?
Could I, just for Vistara's sake, because she doesn't know a lot, could you tell Wystera what she sees when she gets up there first?
Sure. As she jumps up, you see the unconscious bodies of Kari, Squally, and Eren. There's a little bit more purplish flame beginning to come over top of the roof. It's very faint still, but across from Eren, you can see that there is pulled apart floorboards where there's a gaping hole. There is a crib with a baby right above where that gaping hole is. There's a bathtub that has been shaken with blood everywhere on the ground and glowing greenish orange light.
How far is the bathtub from the greenish light hole in the floor with the teeth
5
around
feet.
it?
5 feet.
20? Sorry, my bad. How many?
5 feet.
5 feet. Do I have any movement left?
You have, if you're going inside the house, you have literally 5 feet of movement.
What's the sorry, and the baby, it's in what?
It's in a crib.
Wooden?
The crib itself is wooden, yes.
Is the baby asleep or awake or crying or?
You're too far to really notice it at this distance. You can check and see a guy getting closer to it, but you're gonna have to move in closer.
I would like to attempt, if I can, to wake up whoever I can wake up. Can I try all three or just pick one?
You can only pick one.
Squally.
Okay. You running over Squally basically right before you step into the house. This will stop you from going into the house to wake up Squally. But you get there and you give Squally a little kick. Squally jostles awake. And Squally, I'm going to let you know, unconscious, you still had your bonus action, so your spiritual weapon could still go. It could be able to attack the skull, or you could attack Baba in the skull. So you could be able to make attacks against Baba if you wanted.
And then I'll go prone.
Okay, you can't. You use your
Okay.
turn. No.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yep, got it.
So, Kylah, I couldn't hear what you said. You're muted. So, yeah, if you want to be able to make your attacks, then you can.
I said yes.
Okay, go on. And I think you get 2 attacks from when you were incapacitated. Or
Okay,
unconscious.
18.
That's gonna hit Baba.
9 damage.
Okay. As she kind of like compromised herself, the silver arrowhead splits inside of the spot.
14.
That misses. This time she bats it out of the way of her. And she's just looking to find out who's the actual source of this spear. Eren is still unconscious. Baba, now flying up above, moving away from the spear, getting 40-foot distance. Now the spear is not anywhere close to her. She sees, and she can see Esmeralda down below. Well, what a... No, I'm impressed, honestly. Each and every single one of you making things so difficult. And I know that trick from a long, long time ago. And I'm tired of messing around with inferior beings. She is going to upcast this spell. And as she does, she's casting it down onto Esmeralda. She must make a dexterity saving throw. She fails. Math is a wonderful thing. Esmeralda takes 39 points of lightning damage. As coming from the skull, purplish, red, and green light comes down onto her as a lightning bolt strikes down onto her. She is just sizzling right now with the water around her electrified. She looks up. All right, bitch, let's do this. And she is holding up her weapons, arming herself and preparing. Kari is going to make another roll here. Okay.
Is that number 3 or 2?
That's the third roll.
Oh, it's third.
Esmeralda is taking her turn. Baba's there. The hut is there. She's going to spend her entire action. You know what? Fuck it. Esmeralda's like, you're not the only one who can play that trick. And she is going to send up a lightning bolt towards Baba. And Baba fails her save. Ooh, baby. This is a good spell. She deals 27 points of lightning damage.
Wow.
Hers is more purpley and orange as it bursts up right towards the sky. You guys see that the entire like skull, like inside, is just whirling with light as electrified energy bursts in it. Alrighty. We go then to Squally.
How close am I to Eren? I'll wake him up.
Sure, you move in 10 feet towards Eren, you give him a shake.
I fell
It's
asleep
okay.
again.
I fell asleep too. It's fine. I look at Wystera.
I go, oh, the gem. It's in the floor.
We gotta
Yeah,
get the
there's
gem, and we
yeah,
gotta
there's
get
there's
out
a
of here.
mouth.
Get the gem somehow.
There's a mouth.
I'm going to attempt to take care of it in a minute.
I'm gonna stab Baba.
I'm still a tickle away from going down.
You flew 40 feet, you gotta move that arrow. It's gonna be 20 feet to get to her, so it's not gonna catch up to her.
Really?
Yep.
It just stays where it is though.
Yeah, but your arrow only moves 20 feet. The skull moves 40.
60 feet.
Doesn't move 60 feet, it
60
moves
foot
20.
range.
There's a 60-foot
But
range for
you
casting.
can only move it 20 feet.
Oh, I see. That's
Yep.
a shame.
Range.
How close is it to the hut?
To the hut, you could probably move about 20 feet to get to the hut.
I'll stab the hut.
Alrighty, go ahead and stab that hut.
Well, that's in that one.
Okay. Just stabs right into the window. Just misses. Alrighty. Sly, go ahead and make a roll.
Oh, can I make a perception check first?
Sure.
Do I have time to, while I was waking up Eren? Probably not, but I want to look at the tub. Does the tub have like a pipe I could reef on?
The tub itself there's no pipes on this tub. It's just simply a metalled like water basin kind of thing, like build.
Freestanding tub?
Yeah, it's just a freestanding tub. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Sly.
Is it brass?
This tub in particular, is actually made of, what is it called? I believe it's just coal. I think it's just iron. Let me just see.
Cool.
Yeah, it's an iron tub with blood.
Okay.
Okay, Sly, your turn.
Yep. 11.
Okay, that's a success. The hut now takes its turn. It's making its attacks on Esmeralda.
Gosh.
That's a hit. But it just destroys one of Esmeralda's mirrors. That's another hit. That one hits Esmeralda. But she's going to use a shield to bring it up and deflect the shot. That's another hit. That's going to then hit Esmeralda for sure. And you guys don't see as one of the roots comes in on the back of Esmeralda's head, knocking her, sliding across as she's unconscious. Her leg detaches and from her body with the force of the impact, as she's now completely mangled and her images break and she's now lying. The one image is still kind of blocking her, it seems. It's like one of her holographic forms is like kind of trying to cover her body at this point, but she's now unconscious. Wystera, it is your turn.
Okay. I want to run over to the cradle. I'm going to grab the baby.
All right. You go over to grab onto the baby. And as you go and grab it, your hands go right through it.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna firebolt the hole in the floor where the green gem is.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack on the green gem. You're muted.
No, I'm not.
I am.
Oh,
Why are you attacking the gem and not the teeth?
well, okay. I guess that's actually what I'm doing, but I guess I didn't make that really clear. So
I think
how
that launching a fireball at the teeth and gem would affect them both, wouldn't it?
well, I
The
would
teeth
think
are
that's
kind of
kind of my hope.
surrounding around the entire gem. Like there's rows of teeth here surrounding it.
Yeah.
So you make attacks on it, but it's essentially going to be like you attacking the hut, basically.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm just aiming straight towards the gem, but I'm going to be hitting a bunch of these teeth, hopefully, if it all works out.
Okay.
You're aiming straight towards the gem, but you're going to hopefully hit the teeth. So you're still hitting the gem.
I may, yeah, but I'm after the teeth.
Okay, so then you're not aiming at the gem because the teeth are not in the way of the gem. They're like, you
Oh.
just see that there's teeth like encircling the gem.
I thought that's what you meant. I saw when you said encircling, I thought that meant over top.
No. No, the gem is still visible, but these teeth are just around it. So
Okay. All right. In
Yeah.
that case, I'm
like
fireballing. Okay, then I'll pick one of the sides of the teeth and fireball it.
I think it's mostly like if you put your hand in, it's just gonna go.
Right. Okay, so it's like yeah, okay. So I'm attacking the floor where the teeth are.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
And I'm gonna quickly slip on that silver red ring, which gives me I believe a 1 attack bonus.
That's already been given to you. That's already giving you.
Oh, that's
the
already okay.
Yep. And it doesn't give you a damage bonus. It gives you a bonus to your attack roll.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Here we go. 1d10. 9 plus int is 11.
11. Shoots down, hits, some of the wood splinters off, and you begin to see some of the wood is then mangled in that one position. And then some of the floorboards pick out, like they shoot out, get rid of the old ones, and then new ones form in.
Wystera howls in frustration.
All right. Anything else you're going to do, or is it Eren's turn now?
Don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Eren, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to this mouth. Is there enough space where I can put my shield between the teeth?
Unfortunately, the shield is so how the teeth are is they are segmented to like multiple layers at this point, and they're a full 360. So if you were to put your shield in between at a certain point, like you just want to simply drop the shield into the hole. Is that what you kind of want to
I'm
do?
essentially trying to take my shield and go like this with my one hand so that it'll close around the shield and won't be able to close any farther, and like reach under with my other hand and grab the gem. But I don't know if that's really a thing I could do.
Here's the problem here, and this is what I'm saying. You could do that, but Doing this, I think, would only simply block. It's probably because your shield is circular, but it's not like kind of like an encasement. The teeth may close around and snap your shield off. Like they might write the strap off so that your shield would be completely gone. Or it could completely just take your arm at that point. You could do that, and it might minimize the damage that you could take if you fail. Here's the thing. You are a barbarian and you have danger sense. This would cause a dexterity saving throw to not be with advantage because you're slowing your process down. So the damage is reduced, but your process to actually evade damage and harm is not based on just simple instinct. You're trying to think about your whole process here. So you get less damage. However, if you fail the roll, whatever that is, then you're basically omitting yourself a chance to be able to evade quicker.
I'm just gonna turn around to Squally and say, please heal me if this goes badly. And I'm gonna try not with the shield. I'm just trying to quickly grab the gem and like jump back
Oh shit.
out of the way of everything.
Okay, here's how this works. To grab the gem, this is the heart of the hut right now. In order to do this, you need to make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Now you have advantage on this roll.
All right.
Anybody help him with anything?
Unfortunately,
I mean,
the
I
person
have
that can help him
advantage.
at this time decided to shoot at it. So
Right.
unfortunately, no. All right, Eren. DC 20.
Ooh.
What'd you get, my man?
11.
Okay.
Rolled like shit.
You look at Squally and you hesitate with your shield. You're like, heal me if this goes bad. And you go in, you close your hand next to the gemstone. And as you do, choom, 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 3 rows of teeth just snatch onto your arm. You go, ah! I mean, essentially, it will
I'm at 1
take
HP, so I'm
consciousness.
down.
And as you go, your arm rips off of your body as you just see your everything from like the base of your elbow is torn off as you fall back. Your entire you are bleeding, blood spraying out as you are now lying on the ground as your arm is completely consumed by the hut.
Cool. Awesome.
You are unconscious. And it is
no
Baba's
fucking shit.
It is Baba's turn at this moment. She surveys the area right now. She's going to make a perception check. She is just staring now at the hut with the skull, looking down at Esmeralda at this moment, simply gloating at this point. Child, I can hear that your allies are now seeing that my hut must feed. Oh, poor, poor, poor Vistani creature.
Hey, bitch, shut the fuck up.
She moves her attention now from Esmeralda, begins to fly towards you. You see, staring right across the window, looking at you, Wystera, looking at everyone. I see that not all of you seem to have fell at this moment.
Yap, 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 yap.
I'm sorry. Do you not like the sound of my voice at this moment?
I don't.
Oh. Well, I don't know why that is, because it will bring you to a soft and careful slumber.
Hush.
All right. Just upcasting one last time. Hen.
I don't suppose I can cast something on myself, can I?
Like what?
Protection from evil and good.
That's an action to cast. You used your action to shoot at the house.
Worth a try.
Okay, I rolled 58. Who's got the lowest hit points between Wystera and Squally?
What do you at, Wystera?
Just looking. I haven't done the math in a few hours.
Because I'm at 17. So it's probably me.
Math, just a minute. I'm at 14.
Okay.
That would be Wystera.
Squally and Wystera. You begin to hear a soft, creeping music as you both drift away and fall into unconsciousness. Eren, I need you just to roll a d20 for me right now, please.
14.
Roll another one. As if you're rolling regular death saves.
11.
Okay.
And 11 again.
Okay. I was waiting to see if you rolled a natural 20. I don't know if Sly is here right now. Sly?
I am. Sorry, yes.
I need you
Another
to
roll. Okay.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. Roll yeah, keep rolling for me, please. I need to know if you get a natural 20.
Give me a roll again. Okay.
Yeah.
Like death
Is this
saves.
is this for death saves? Just keep rolling death saves?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep rolling.
3.
Okay.
Am I marking these down?
Yeah, just mark them down for me.
Fire.
16. 11.
Is that 3 successes?
That's 3 successes, 2 failures.
Okay.
Oh. I don't think it matters too much, but
Need to roll Kari. Okay. Each of you is unconscious. A moment passes, Squally and Wystera, where you both come to consciousness in your bodies feel wet. Squally, your feathers feel seeping with muck and sludge. Wystera, your fine clothes are completely tattered and wrecked. But you both wake up, not as if from a deep sleep, but from like a waking nightmare. You don't know how long it's been, but oddly enough, you still see the hut that has moved farther away at this point. Probably a good 100 feet or so, to the point where it's almost going back into the fog. You don't see, well, you kind of faintly look around and you notice the skull that Baba was flying in is on the ground, upside down, there, like a probably good 30 feet away from you. And Baba is standing, holding a cane that top of it is holding a glowing candle, bleeding wax onto the ground. She looks at both of you, this heavy face. You've all come into my home. I don't know what you are all hoping to achieve coming here, but I felt it was important for me to give you a nice, good welcome. You were all so very irritating. She wipes some of the blood coming from her eyes. I have not faced such irritating creatures in a long time. But I felt it would be rude to have taken your lives for my dear, dear child, not to enjoy seeing you in your new states. I am so tired. I don't think I am going to deal with you all myself, which is fine, because it appears that my valuable constructions are nearly here. You may make your attempts to flee and take what you can. I think that she left a few valuables behind. They may be of some use to you. She looks in the direction of the skull. For myself, I am going to take a long rest and finish my bath, I feel. I think one of you has left something behind for me to add, and I believe Mother Night will be satisfied with what I offered her. I have informed my constructs to bring back any extra blood that may have been left from your bodies in the event that you are not able to make it out. I would have liked to have had hers, but unfortunately, I don't like to bathe in my son's chosen people, especially those who have decided to turn their backs on their savior. Farewell. I hope to never see any of you again, and you better all pray you never see me. As she says this, wings, tiny wings flutter from her face, then from her mouth, and then from her eyes, and she gives a grimace smile as her entire teeth turn into flying insects, as you see her body and staff, everything form into a swarm of bugs that fly overhead of you both into the direction of the cabin that is making its way into the fog. And as it makes its way into the fog, you slowly begin to see 5 figures with red eyes beginning to come from the fog edge, coming closer to all of you. Squally and Wystera, you see your 6 allies, Kari, or your 3 allies, Kari, Sly, and Eren, unconscious. Eren with 1 arm, Sly and Kari worse for wear, but Kari with no shield. And you guys having to make a quick decision to what to do next. And that is where we're going to end our session.
But I don't see Esmeralda.
Nope.
Okay.
If you would like, I will allow you to make a final search before we close out the night.
Yes, please. Perception?
Go ahead and investigation.
Investigation.
And Squally, if you want to assist, you can have this with advantage.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Investigation +2. Or, thank God it's 18.
18. Baba's eyes told you all you needed to know. She looked in the direction. She gestured to you in that way. You stare at the skull, the massive skull that is just lying on the ground. Why didn't she take it? Why would she not fly in the skull? You step out of the muck at a pace. Your body is not limping, but you make it over. You slip into the muck. I don't know what it feels like for you, Wystera, when you see what you see. Underneath the head of the skull, you see an arm with a orangish coat cufflink going up to one direction. As it stops kind of right by the bicep with red muck surrounding it, you see a sword on the side, a rapier, a musket that is caked in mud, a axe that is sticking out from underneath a purple tailored waist, and about 10 feet away you can see a mechanical leg that is seeped in muck as well, completely messing up with the mechanism. You also notice Kari's shield off in the distance, but all of that is futile to seeing her crushed underneath the weight of the skull. With an 18 investigation, you can tell that Baba had purposefully allowed this to fall as many feet in the air as she felt necessary to pulverize Esmeralda's body. An arm, a mechanical leg, the equipment that she had with her, and the final words that she gave to you. That is all that you have right now.
Similar to Klingons, Wystera howls.
That howl echoes across the marsh.
Let's heal and run.
And that is what we're going to end our session tonight.
Worth it. This close. I almost had it.
sure did.
I was this close.
Jesus Christ.
Gross.
I swear,
don't
I was
know.
one more maggot attack from eating her brain away. She's lucky I didn't turn her brain
Let's
into
go back.
Swiss
I'll put
cheese.
my other arm in.
I yeah, I don't know what to say with that. That's everything I mean, that's not everything I thought was gonna happen, but she has a lot.
Oh, you were planning on taking my arm?
I
You were
No,
planning on me
I-
blinding a forest witch as a maggot?
no, that was just purely I didn't know what to do with that. That was something else. That was a lot. Well, I think we
Oh,
might
good. I
just
already
stick
have
around.
plans for one-armed Eren.
I think we might stick around a little bit longer just to talk that through that. But honestly, I think with you guys, we'll probably let you go to sit with that. Thank you guys. Well done, everybody. And to you guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for Curse of Strahd, I guess. Take care, everybody. Bye.